For many parents, it'll be one of the most difficult conversations they'll ever have with their children. No, it's not about sex or even drugs. It's about their weight. Reporter Su-Ling Goh with what experts say is the best approach for parents and their kids.
It's a small, are you kidding? Try it on. No, it's a small.
Most girls love shopping, but for Maddie Marchand Dubuque, it brought on shame and pain.
I want to be able to wear t-shirts that are form-fitting. I can't now because I feel embarrassed.
Standing 5 feet tall, Maddie weighed 136 pounds. Doctors considered this 11-year-old obese, and every one of those pounds weighed heavily on her preteen self-esteem.
I don't like what I look like. I think I look like a not very healthy girl.
It was this cry for help that pushed Maddie's family to make a very public admission on the reality show X-Weighted, which airs on the Slice network. Not only had they let their child down, they had lost control of their own bodies.
First of all, to realize that your child has an issue with their weight is to accept responsibility, because you definitely play a role in that.
We weren't there for. We dropped the ball. And I think that's what a lot of parents are doing. They're dropping the ball on their kids.
About 25 to 30% of boys and girls in Canada are overweight or obese.
Dr. Jeff Ball works with children like 11-year-old Angela Bevan.
Nice work. Really hard. Go, go, go.
Angela joined this program about 18 months ago after years of teasing in school.
Nice work.
It was hard because people were talking about my weight behind me, and that kind of hurt.
Doctors refer about 650 kids a year to this center, yet less than half of those patients actually come in. It begs the question, is it kids dodging their diagnosis or parents afraid to look in the mirror? According to the Canadian Medical Association, only a staggering 9% of parents acknowledge weight problems in their children.
She needed more help than I could give her, and we needed more help too as a family.
For some parents, their own battle with the bulge is blocking them from having that hard but necessary conversation with their child.
It's very hard to teach your child something that you haven't yet mastered, and that's why a family approach would be a good approach.
The Pediatric Center for Weight and Health encourages that family dynamic. Here, they can access a team of exercise specialists, nurses, psychologists, and dietitians. This comprehensive program is unique in Canada. In many cities, programs are in their infancy, and kids are left to fend for themselves.
One of the things that we try to promote is that it's okay to talk about weight. It's okay to talk about fat. It doesn't have to be a bad thing.
Talking to your child is where it all starts, but make sure you send a healthy message.
Framing it in a health perspective, not an appearance perspective, because that is really getting into our societal bias, which is very damaging.
Dr. Gail McVeigh is developing a new program designed to help professionals help children turn their lives around.
How you're delivering your message could be interpreted in extreme ways by some children, in which case they might actually take that message and then alter their eating in very extreme ways and end up with more problems than what they began with.
This sensitivity training will start with teachers and people who are on the front lines of the fight against childhood obesity. Maddie's decision to reach out and her parents' willingness to get on board was a turning point in her story. After 4 months of regular exercise, healthy eating, and support from the X-Weighted team, Michelle and Jerry lost about 30 pounds each. As for Maddie,
you weigh 122 pounds for a total loss of 14 pounds.
It begins with parents being honest with themselves and their children and making a family decision to improve their lives.
Oh, they definitely should tell their kids about their weight, because I think you should solve it now instead of the future.
The result? A happy girl not afraid to try on skinny jeans and to show off a healthy new self-confidence.
You seemed kind of emotional.
Oh, I was, because before I was a really high risk of obesity, and now I'm around a range of normal.
It would seem the family willing to drop the denial has everything to gain.
Ooh, group hug.